Welcome to our YouTube channel Dream Dynamic.
How often have you felt disappointed because people didn't live up to your expectations? It can be frustrating, right? But here's something to think about. It's not that the world is full of bad people. It's just human nature. And here's where we can change things. Instead of feeling let down, what if we approach life with wisdom and acceptance, focusing on what we can control? In today's video, we're diving into 10 harsh truths that, once you understand them, will make life so much smoother. Number 10 might be the hardest, but it's a game changer. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more eye-opening insights. Let's dive in. Number 1. Honesty isn't always the best policy. Ever braced yourself for someone's brutal honesty, only to feel like you were hit with a truth bomb? While honesty is important, it's not always the best approach. Think of honesty as a double-edged sword. Sure, it can be valuable, but it can also cause unnecessary hurt. For example, telling a coworker, "You're always late," might be truthful, but can create more friction than progress. Here's where Zen wisdom comes in. Balance truth with empathy and tact. Instead of delivering harsh feedback, consider framing it constructively. Instead of saying, "Your presentation was terrible," try, "There's room for improvement, and I'd be happy to help." Zen teaches us to blend honesty with kindness, guiding others gently rather than hitting them with blunt truths. When you're tempted to be brutally honest, ask yourself, is this honesty helpful or hurtful? The key to effective communication is combining honesty with compassion. As Gandhi said, truth doesn't need to be spoken with violence. It can be delivered with grace and still be powerful. Practice thoughtful communication, and you'll find that honesty can be a gift rather than a weapon. Number 2. Failure, the secret ingredient to success. Ever wonder why some people seem to bounce back from failure while others let it defeat them? The truth is, failure isn't the end. It's just the beginning of your success story. Picture this. You're on a journey, but instead of taking the direct path, you keep hitting roadblocks. Each setback feels like a detour. But if you look closer, you'll see that every failure is actually a signpost, pointing you toward a better route. Here's the reality check. Success stories rarely come with a smooth, uninterrupted path. Behind every triumphant moment are countless hours of hard work, missteps, and lessons learned the hard way. Think of failure as your personal trainer, tough but essential for growth. Zen philosophy teaches us that failure is part of the process, not the end of it. Each stumble and fall is a chance to learn and improve. It's like getting a new map every time you take a wrong turn, guiding you toward a more successful destination. So, how do you use failure to your advantage? Start by changing your perspective. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, view it as a stepping stone. When you stumble, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And use that insight to improve. Imagine learning to play an instrument. Every off keynote is a chance to refine your technique. Similarly, every failure in life is a rung on the ladder of success. Each misstep provides valuable feedback, helping you to reach higher. Instead of dreading failure, embrace it. It's not a sign of defeat, but a signal that you're pushing boundaries and growing. As Einstein wisely said, success is not the absence of failure. It's the ability to rise after each fall. Remember, failure isn't the end. It's the secret ingredient in your recipe for success. Number 3. Time doesn't stop for anyone. Let's face it, time is the one thing we can never get back. It keeps moving, whether we're ready or not. And in life, people often won't meet our expectations. Not because they're bad or malicious, but because everyone is wrapped up in their own journey. They're growing, changing, and prioritizing different things, just like you. Here's the hard truth. Trying to control or change others will only leave you frustrated. Maybe you've been disappointed by a friend or a loved one who didn't live up to the image you had in mind. You may have wished they'd act differently, or that they'd never let you down. But expecting people to fit neatly into your plans is like trying to stop the ocean's tide. It's impossible and exhausting. So, what can we do? Instead of trying to change others, we need to shift our focus inward, where we have real control. Zen wisdom teaches us that life flows much smoother when we let go of trying to force outcomes or bend people to our will. It's about adjusting our expectations, finding inner peace, and learning to navigate life as it is, not as we want it to be. Picture this. You're in a boat on a river. You can't control the current, but you can't control the current. But you can steer the boat. Life's just like that. You can't stop time or change people, but you can control how you respond to them. The quicker you embrace this reality, the more time and energy you'll have to focus on your own journey, your growth, and your happiness. Remember, time waits for no one, and neither should you. Instead of holding on to expectations of others, focus on what you can change: your mindset, your reactions, and your approach to life. What matters most is how you use the time you have right now. How will you make the most of it? Embrace this truth, and you'll find that life becomes much more peaceful, fulfilling, and enjoyable. Number 4. Stop competing. Embrace your unique path. How often do you catch yourself measuring your life against others? It feels like an endless race where everyone seems to have the upper hand. But let's face it, how often do you actually come out ahead in this competition? Comparing yourself to others can be draining. Imagine your life as a journey with everyone running in different shoes. While you're focused on someone else's shiny new sneakers, they're navigating their own challenges and goals. Consider this. That colleague who seems to have it all might be envying something about your life. We only see parts of others' lives, just as they see parts of ours. Zen philosophy offers a helpful perspective. It teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. Instead of comparing yourself to others, invest your energy in your own growth. Your value isn't defined by others' achievements, but by your own journey. Recognize your strengths and work on your own goals. Social media often highlights only the best parts of others' lives. So remember that it's just a snapshot. Practice gratitude for what you have and the progress you've made. Next time you find yourself comparing, pause and remember, your path is uniquely yours. As Zen Master said, it doesn't matter how fast you run to catch up with others. You'll always be in the wrong place if you don't love yourself first. 5. Suffering is inevitable, but you control how you react. Life is full of challenges, and while suffering is inevitable, how you handle it makes all the difference. You can't stop hardships from coming, but you can control your response, and that's where your true strength lies. Think of life as a journey with unavoidable obstacles. You can't choose whether they appear, but you can decide if they'll stop you or push you to grow. Zen wisdom reminds us that while pain is a part of life, suffering is a choice. The setbacks you face are opportunities to build resilience, not reasons to give up. When someone disappoints you, or life takes an unexpected turn, instead of dwelling on the frustration, view it as a lesson. Each hardship can teach you patience, acceptance, and the value of inner strength. You can't control everything, but you can decide how to rise above it. Remember, you're in control. You can't stop the storm, but you can't stop the storm. But you can choose to dance in the rain, turning challenges into stepping stones for a more peaceful life. It's not about avoiding suffering. It's about mastering how to overcome it. Number 6. The reality of not being everyone's favorite. Ever wished you could be everyone's favorite? Maybe you dream of being admired like Steve Jobs or celebrated like Messi. But here's the truth. No matter how amazing you are, not everyone will like you, and that's perfectly okay. Think of it this way. Imagine you're at a party. Most people are enjoying your company, but there's one person who just doesn't get it and criticizes you. What do? Hide away or keep living your life? Zen wisdom teaches us that we can't control how others perceive us. Chasing universal approval is like trying to catch the wind. It's simply impossible. Here's a perspective. Every brand has its audience, and not everyone is a customer. Just as Apple doesn't try to convince everyone to buy an iPhone, you shouldn't waste your energy trying to win over those who aren't interested in you. Instead, focus on those who appreciate you for who you are. Embrace the freedom that comes with this acceptance. By letting go of the need for universal approval, you can live authentically and confidently. Seek out relationships where you're valued and leave behind the ones where you're not. Authenticity is far more rewarding than the exhausting pursuit of endless approval. Live your truth and let the rest fall into place. Number 7. Why expectations often lead to disappointment. Expectations can be a powerful source of hope, but they often lead to disappointment when reality falls short. Imagine looking forward to a party, expecting it to be an unforgettable event, only to find it lackluster and dull. This kind of letdown occurs because our expectations frequently clash with reality. Zen wisdom teaches us that much of our suffering comes from the gap between our ideal expectations and what actually happened. Instead of clinging to a perfect vision of how things should be, try to embrace the unpredictable nature of life. People and situations often don't align with our preconceived notions, and that's okay. To manage disappointment, adjust your expectations to be more in line with reality. Focus on what you can control, your reactions and attitude. By accepting that life is inherently messy and people will act according to their own rules, you can respond with greater flexibility and resilience. Embrace the unexpected, and you'll find that adjusting your expectations helps you navigate life's ups and downs with more ease. Zen wisdom reminds us, expectations are the fertile ground where disappointments grow. By cultivating acceptance and letting go of rigid expectations, you make room for peace and contentment, even when things don't go as planned. Number 8. Why embracing discomfort fuels success. We live in an age where comfort often feels like our greatest ally. But here's a reality check. Comfort can actually be the biggest obstacle to progress. Imagine you're in a race, but instead of running, you're lounging on a sofa, remote in hand. Absurd, right? Yet, that's exactly what happens when we cling to our comfort zones. We may feel secure, but we're not moving forward. Here's the harsh truth. Progress demands effort. discomfort, and sometimes even pain. Most people prefer the safe and predictable, and not everyone will be there to support your dreams or push you forward. If you want to advance, you need to be your own motivator. Zen philosophy teaches us to view discomfort as a sign of growth. If something bothers you, it's likely because you're pushing beyond your comfort zone. To start breaking free, set small challenges that push you out of your routine. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, and focus on the process rather than immediate results. Accepting discomfort is accepting the potential for growth. It might not be comfortable, but it's the only path to meaningful progress. So get up, embrace the discomfort, and let it drive you forward. Remember, success isn't about avoiding pain. It's about using it to improve. Number 9. Life doesn't owe you anything. Build your own success. Ever feel like life owes you something? A promotion, perfect relationships, or a break from the grind? It's easy to think the universe should hand us what we want on a silver platter. But here's the truth. Life doesn't owe you anything. If you've ever expected the world to give you what you desire, it's time to reconsider. Instead of waiting for handouts, you need to build your own success. Zen philosophy teaches that life doesn't cater to our wishes. It's about how we respond and act. Picture yourself waiting for concert tickets, only to have someone cut in line. Instead of getting frustrated, focus on how you can make the best of the situation. Zen wisdom suggests using challenges as opportunities to grow. Success isn't about receiving favors. It's about overcoming obstacles. If you're unhappy with your job or relationships, don't wait for change. Take charge by learning new skills, improving yourself, and making proactive decisions. Remember, life is more like a gym than a gift shop. You don't get anything without effort. Stop waiting for favors and start building the life you want. The life will give you what you work for, not what you expect to receive. So start crafting your own path to success today. Number 10. When dreams don't match reality. Ever wake up feeling like your dreams and reality are on different planets? It's a common experience. Cherishing your dreams. Cherishing your dreams like prized treasures, while reality seems like a dull, uninspiring place. Don't worry. You're not alone in this. Think of your dreams as a grand, juicy burger loaded with all your favorite toppings. Cheese, bacon, and that special sauce. Now, contrast that with your everyday reality, which feels more like a bland plate of steamed broccoli. It's a harsh reality check, isn't it? The truth is, while we're bombarded with messages promising that we can have it all if we just work a bit harder or buy the right course, life often turns those grand visions into mere longings. Instead of getting frustrated, let's turn to Zen philosophy for some wisdom. Zen masters knew that life often derails our plans, and they focused on accepting reality as it is, without embellishments. So, how can you bridge the gap between your dreams and your reality? Start by setting small, achievable goals. If your dream is to climb Everest, begin with smaller hills. Adjust your expectations and find ways to make your current situation more enjoyable. Getting to know yourself and your priorities can help you make peace with the process. In essence, your dreams might not align perfectly with your current life, and that's okay. Life is full of unexpected twists, and learning to navigate them with a positive attitude is key. Embrace the journey. Savor each step, and remember, as Marion Roas said, dreams are the fuel, but it's the acceptance of reality that ignites the engine. If you found this message inspiring, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a boost today. Your support helps us reach more people who could benefit from this content. For more insightful videos and practical tips, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Explore our channel for a treasure trove of wisdom and inspiration. Thanks for watching, and remember, your journey is uniquely yours. Keep moving forward with confidence and grace.